Is State Representative District 70. There are two candidates for that seat. The Republican is Karen Engelman, the Democrat, Sarah Stivers. I don't believe Sarah is here, so Karen, we're going to let you start out.
Hello, thank you for inviting me. I'll just tell you, I'm not one of the rich representatives. I was born on a farm, and we had a dairy farm. I'm the oldest of 7 kids, and I now live at Georgetown, Indiana on a farm. We have beef cattle. So my husband drives a truck. He drives a tractor trailer. He has had a small business before and just could not afford to keep it, so he went to work driving a truck. I feel honored to serve as a state representative, and I hope I never lose that feeling. My district, Harrison County, is where I live, and there are almost 40,000 people. We serve 65,000 people. So I have all of Harrison. I still need some more. So I go to Floyd County, and I serve Galena and Greenville and up through that district. And then in Clark County, I have 12 precincts. I have Wood and Carr, and I have Silver Creek. There's about 8 precincts there, and I have one Clarksville, that's Silver Creek. And I have a rural area. I think my district is well suited, and I have to have that much area to get my 65,000 people. Representative Clear has New Albany and Georgetown, and that's his 65,000, so I get the rest of Floyd County, and then I go up into Clark to get the rest. So I think my district makes good sense. I don't have a precinct in Harrison, and that's because the town of Milltown is there. It is a cross-county town, and most of it is in Crawford County, so Representative Davison has that because he serves all of Milltown. So I think my district makes perfect sense. I was county auditor in Harrison County for almost 14 years, and I served as clerk treasurer of the town of Crandall for 7 years. I worked at a bank in Louisville for 10. I've read water meters. I've done all kinds of different jobs, but I bring a lot of local government experience to the State House. I serve on local government committee, government and regulatory reform, government reduction, because I think that we can't just keep adding to government. We need to reduce some of it. And I serve on the judiciary. I am serving on courts and the judiciary right now, and we are working on the DCS problem. We heard testimony from 10 to 3 one week. We heard it from 10 to 4 the next week. And I'll be going up Wednesday, and in the morning we'll be going and doing that. And then I'm on code revision, and we'll be meeting in the afternoon. So we are working on it. I met with Judge Evans in Harrison County today because he deals with circuit court. I met with the CASA director. I've talked to people that work with the DCS, and we do have a problem. We are trying to fix it. If any of you have a fix for it, I would be happy to hear what you have to say. Some of the bills that I have done have dealt with children because I am a mom and a grandma. We have 5 children, 12 grandchildren, and so I'm very much interested in that. Some of the things were like adding some caseworkers to family services, some legislation to help try to prevent teenage suicide, and then to do some work with safety in the schools. That's a very big problem. So, and I did a human trafficking bill because that is huge. All 92 counties. I had no idea. It's in all 92 counties, and it's terrible what these people go through. They put chips in them like animals and come find them if they get away. And the problem is, if they do get away, they don't have a profession to go into, and a lot of times they go back to it because they don't they can't get a job. So we need some places to send them. Mental health is probably a huge issue that we need to address. And on the opioid, and it's not just opioids, meth is coming back with a vengeance, and it's cheap. And we need to have treatment centers, and we're working to get treatment centers where you are within 1 hour of a treatment center. I will tell you the gas tax. I was county auditor. We did not have enough MVH money to blacktop our roads, to keep up the ones that were already done. And Clerk Treasurer Crandall, we did not have enough motor vehicle highway money to keep the roads up. I drive over 100 miles on 65. If you do that every week like I do, you would understand the need for some money for blacktopping, because I bent the rim on my car driving around up there. And actually, I was so mad because I hit the same hole twice. One week and then the next week. My husband told me he couldn't believe I did that. I couldn't either. So, but we cannot let our roads just go to pieces. And my husband drives a truck, as I said, and they cannot be driving in roads that just are potholes. So, and we would not have the other bridges if we did not put the toll. I don't like to toll people. I don't like to tax people, but money has to come from somewhere. And you can't just say, we aren't going to charge anybody any tax and expect to have anything. It's just the way it is. So I do love representing Clark County, and actually we voted on courts and the judiciary. Clark County made a presentation for 2 more courts that are desperately needed. Your area was the most need for more courts, and so we voted to send that ahead the last time. So I think that's about all I have to say, but I welcome any questions, and I would ask for your vote, and I would love to continue serving as your state representative.
Do I have questions for the state representative?
Same question for the other state candidates, minimum wage, paid leave, and then unpaid public office.
The first one on the minimum wage, I'm not opposed to raising it some, not $15. You go into a McDonald's and everybody's getting $15, you're not going to be able to afford to eat there. I mean, it's just, it doesn't make sense that you could afford to charge that much, pay that much for all of your employees. So I think you have to use some reason in it, and you can't just flatline it forever and not ever increase it. But I would not go for $15 an hour across the board, because, and like I said, my husband had a business. He would not have been able to afford to pay everybody $15 an hour if their job wasn't something that required some specialty. What was the other one?
Public policy.
Oh, yes. We have people in office from all walks of life. I'm a former county employee, but we have people that were doctors and people that were teachers, and we do have, and that is what I like about our legislature. We come from home. We go back and work at a job, and so we don't get so far away from the people.
But I'm trying to be clear, like, it's not guaranteed that every employee in the state gets public offices. So your employer can put you in a schedule where you cannot take any kind of leave and serve your community in public office. Would you be committed to proposing or supporting such a bill, if elected, that would allow all workers, if they want to serve in such a position?
Sort of like military leave, or is that what you're?
Like military leave,
Yeah.
or board leave, or family benefits?
I would not be opposed to it. There is one thing I'm opposed to, and that is government forcing everything down the people's throats. I just don't like to have so much government control that we just force everybody to do everything. But I think that people should be allowed to serve. So I don't know that the employer should have to pay for it, so if they're getting money.
Is it unpaid leave like family
Right.
leave or military leave?
I would not have a problem with that. I just really have to think about how much I want to force on people. Government control. Like I said, I'm government reduction, not adding to what we cram down people's throats, so.